Hi, and welcome to my review for Mass Effect 2 for the Xbox 360. This is my first gaming review, as well as my first video overall on YouTube, except for the 3-part Mass Effect 2 review that I put up last night. I was not too happy with the way that turned out, so I'm going to replace those with what you're seeing right now. I was a little tired, a little tipsy, and the lighting wasn't great, and I currently am using a better quality camera. So in this video, what I will do is talk a little bit about myself, short introduction, a little bit about my gaming history. I will unbox the Collector's Edition for Mass Effect 2, and then I will start the review. So a little bit about myself. My name is Greg. I am originally from New York City, and I currently reside in Northern California. I have been gaming for 20 plus years, starting on the Commodore 64. I've owned the ColecoVision, Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, TurboGrafx 16, Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3, the latter two of which I currently still own. Portables, I have played on various iterations of the Game Boy, and the Atari Lynx, which honestly was a pretty good system, just did not catch on, and the PSP, which I also currently own, but I really don't spend too much time on that. So let's go ahead and start with the unboxing of Mass Effect 2. So here's the case for the Collector's Edition for the Xbox 360. Here's some N7 armor that has somehow gotten wet. It may be water, it may be perspiration, not quite sure. I think there's a little scar right there. But inside are two pieces. The first piece is the Steelbook DVD case of the game. On the front here is the Male Commander Shepard. This is pretty much the default character that BioWare has used for marketing purposes for the game, although you do get to create your own character, whether it be male or female, and you can change the facial configuration as you see fit. On the back is a picture of one of the main enemies in the game. Inside. Now, I didn't know this until I opened up this case. This game is on 2 discs, 2 DVDs. Not many games these days do that. I know down the road a lot of Xbox 360 games may need to do this. I found out today that Final Fantasy 13 is going to be on 3 DVDs. But it's not too bad. I switched to disc 2 once, and then towards the end of the game I switched back to disc 1, which I thought was kind of strange. But it's not too bad. You don't really find yourself switching discs all that often. You also get the manual. You get some stuff I put over here on the side. Just marketing from EA. You get the code for the Collector's Edition assault armor, or the Collector's armor and assault rifle, which you may or may not use during the game. And you get the bonus content DVD. Now, strangely enough, all of the pieces of this package here have the words Collector's Edition written on them. Both DVDs, or all 3 DVDs, the instruction booklet as well, which is pretty different. I mean, most of the Collector's Editions that you get your figurine, you get your keychain, your stuffed animal, whatever it happens to be, and then you get a copy of the game like you would pick up off the shelf. But here everything says Collector's Edition on it, which kind of makes you want to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Nice job, EA. Now, if you're planning on getting the game, I would say that the Collector's Edition is the way to go. It's, I believe, $20 in addition to the normal price of the game, and you get this. This right here is probably one of the things that makes it probably most worth it. This is the Cerberus Network Access Card. On the back is a code which gives you access to the Cerberus Network, and the Cerberus Network gives you access to all of the downloadable content that BioWare makes available for Mass Effect 2 for free, which is kind of nice. If you wanted to purchase this Cerberus Network access on Xbox Live separately, it would cost you $15. So you get this for free with the Collector's Edition, which is a pretty good deal considering all the other things that you get, which also include this little fold out piece right here, where inside you'll find the Mass Effect comic Redemption #1 and the hardcover art book, which has the words Collector's Edition right there, so you know you got the Collector's Edition, even though you've seen it 4 times already. So it's not a bad little package. Again, if you can find it, it's not a limited edition, it's a collector's edition, so it might be still out there. If you can find it and you want to buy this game, get a hold of it. Also, before you play Mass Effect 2, should you play Mass Effect 1? A lot of people have this question, and I would say yes, you should play Mass Effect 1 before you play Mass Effect 2. One of the options that you have right when you start the game is to import a character from Mass Effect 1 into Mass Effect 2. Not a lot of games have this option. I thought it was kind of nice that I get to continue the story with the character I created. All of my major and minor decisions were transferred over, and you start with additional experience, additional resources, and it kind of keeps you in the game. It's the character, again, that you went through this crazy adventure with in Mass Effect 1, which was a great game. If you haven't played it again, go ahead and get it. And it's just a nice option to have. I hope more games in the future will include this type of feature. So, to start off, I'll go ahead and tell you that I played through the game 1 time, a full and complete playthrough with my female Commander Shepard that I imported from Mass Effect 1 as a level 50 character. And I made her a Sentinel again. In this review, I'm not going to go into story at all, if slightly. I don't like spoilers. I don't like people spoiling things for me, so I will not spoil anything for you. I will tell you that the beginning of the game, the intro movie, is pretty epic. It's a fantastic introduction. Not worth the price alone, but for a few minutes you're absolutely enthralled, just staring at the screen and what you're seeing. So it's a great way to start the game. In terms of this review, it's going to be structured more towards talking about gameplay elements of Mass Effect 2 and how they compare to Mass Effect 1. So the overall Mass Effect 2, I mean, when you play a sequel, really it should be, the first game, slightly improved, maybe additional features, with a different story. So, that's not really the case with Mass Effect 2. I mean, I'll get into why during the review, but it's quite a different game from the first. So, why is that? Well, let's start out by going over what you do in the game. So, you fly around the galaxy, you explore different worlds, you meet different people, and the way that you fly around the world is in your ship, the Normandy. You are in the Normandy again. It's a different version of the Normandy. We will not tell you why. You may know why already, but again, I won't go into that. So, you're on the Normandy, it's your ship, it's your base of operations. It's basically the same as the first game. You have a few floors that you can navigate in between, where the characters in your party stand around in the same place for the entire game. And you can talk to them, you can talk to other characters on the ship. You have a new assistant, her name is Kelly, and she doesn't do much. She tells you if you have new messages, new email messages. The emails are on your private terminal, which include access to viewing your squad members and your upgrades. The emails aren't really critical to your completion of the game, your progress, your mission progress, your game progress. They're really just kind of a distraction. You get emails from people that you met in Mass Effect 1 if you imported your character. You get emails from people that you meet along the way in Mass Effect 2. But again, it's not really necessary to read through every single one. It's kind of a nice distraction. I want to make sure that I keep an eye on my time here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the video, or stop this part of the review. I will continue this in part 2 in just a moment.